guys, let's get started on today's reading. This reading is for all of my beautiful aquas. And the first card up is the Nine of Wands. So what I'm seeing in this layout, guys, first off, is some sort of defensiveness in regard to your security, it looks like. All right, so some of you may be feeling somewhat insecure right now. You want to move into a happier time. Things have not been feeling that stable for you, that comfortable, that happy. Just kind of feeling like you've been gliding through life. And there's also that stagnation I'm getting. And I feel that today, guys, most powerfully. I'm feeling that I do the same thing every day. It's not that I'm not busy, but it's weird. Like, I'm just bored. I'm tired of the same thing. We all know something huge and magnificent is getting ready to open up, is getting ready to happen. But at the same time, we don't know what it is, and it's not touching our lives individually. We're not feeling any of this yet, okay? Aside for, some very positive things that might be happening in your lives, there's also at the same time this feeling that we're just doing the same thing over and over again, day in and day out, like a stuckness, like we're between two realms and we're watching, the old guard being totally destroyed, and we're waiting for this new guard to start coming in, right? This new world, this new 5D, all right? But I am seeing, for the most part, just this feeling of defensiveness, this need, this want to move forward, to get some kind of a jump start into a happier time. Okay, and I'm also seeing that you guys are ready for 5D. You're very loving, giving people. Aquariuses are. All right, somebody's dealing with this Tower moment today. All right, the Tower moment is attached to this very toxic card here. This is a person, by the way. All right, so some of you are finding out that this good friend or this person you've been in a relationship with is not who you thought they were. All right, you're starting to see things that are really bothersome. For some of you, this is creating a lot of hurt and pain for you. You're seeking balance from this. Everybody is looking for happiness right now in a big kind of way, right? Because we're not feeling much of that. We're just kind of feeling like we're in this quiet space that is of nothingness, right? I don't know, that's kind of how I feel. But I do have to admit, I am holding up in my house. I don't like driving anymore. People are crazy, just out of their minds on the road. And I literally pray when I'm coming home from the store or whatnot, I pray that I get back home in one piece. How insane is that, right? This is the time that we've come into. All right, but at the same time, things are getting ready to change exponentially. All right, as a matter of fact, right here we have the Six of Wands in the center. All right, so I feel like some of you who deserve some type of pat on the back, some kind of gift, because you're just beautiful, kind human beings, and you've been going through it, right? You've been going through it with this intense feeling of carrying baggage. Some of you are carrying other people's baggage as well as your own, right? And feeling inner conflict at the same time. Knowing that it's time to move on. I'm still getting a lot of stuckness from some of you, a need to release these things. You're still in these commitments, so to speak, that are burdening you, okay? So this is the time where we need to release everything. Also, guys, if you need some type of, if you need answers, if you want to know what's going on, having relationship issues, or you always just wanted a reading, I do readings. You can click on the description below the video and email me if you're interested, okay? But this is in regard to these burdensome commitments that you guys have buried yourselves in. You're you have no idea how good you're going to feel when you break these commitments finally, okay? Even though we don't want to be in the habit of breaking commitments, these are commitments that are breaking us, okay? So it's you or them. So let's move on. I'm seeing this Knight of Pentacles with a decision being made with this Knight of Cups. All right, so let me have a look at this. This is very interesting, my loves. All right, so I feel like this has to do with partly your money. This is a spiritual thing, but at the same time, there is money involved in this. So this is like a two paths here. You're staring at these two paths and you don't know which way you should be going, okay? Either way, you're not getting any kind of a pull or any kind of a inner knowing about which of these two paths you should be moving on. And for those of you who are resonating with this, all right, I am seeing something financial here again, okay? So I guess Spirit is saying they want you to focus on your finances, and if that is part of, you know, one of these two paths that you need to choose from or make more important than the other, the finances are, you know, Spirit is looking over you. So wanting you to know that if you've been questioning something also regarding finances, if you've been, you know, not sure if you got into the right you know, career, or if you're doing the right thing for yourself or your family work-wise, Spirit is overseeing everything that you're doing, and the Spirit is saying you absolutely have made the right decision. All right, but some of you might be feeling like uncomfortable in the workplace because of not so much what you're doing, but the place that you're in, the energy around you. And this is a very important component to going to work and working 8 to 10 hours a day, every day, and then, you know, going home. You don't want to be terribly unhappy in the workplace, guys, and then bring it home, especially if you have a family that you're bringing it home to, and then you're sleeping on it and you're just dreading, you know, getting up in the morning and going back, because that will create rather complete misery, right? And that's not something we want. All right, so make sure that you make the right choice for yourself. Don't just go for the money. All right, don't just go right for the money. Sometimes it might be better to take $1 an hour less, or, you know, 500 a year less, or something like that, to trade that in for happiness in the workplace where you feel comfortable, you like your coworkers, you get along, okay? All right, so one of my beautiful feminines, you've been hanging out with somebody, having a good time, things are feeling like they're falling into place. However, I'm seeing chaos starting up around you. This is a fire. It's a small one right now, but it's going to grow. When I say it's a fire and it's going to grow, these are red flags that are popping up before you right now that you're starting to notice, but you're kind of, you know, pushing it away. Maybe even telling yourself that this isn't, you know, important, or, you know, we can move past this. But I do see heartache coming. I do see a heartache coming with this. All right, this is in regard to some opportunity that you got involved in. I feel like it's a partner of some sort, a person. I feel like it's romantic, and I feel like what I had said, that, you know, you're starting to feel and see some things that are making you slightly uncomfortable, but you're trying to push it away. You're trying to, you know, ignore it. And, you know, what's going to happen is I'm seeing heartache in front of you. All right, so protect your heart and keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and, you know, take it slow. All right. Somebody did something. Somebody's telling someone else. This may resonate with at least one of you out there, and I'd like to know who you are if it does. So if the following resonates with you, please let me know below the, you know, say so in the comments. But somebody's telling you some misleading information about a masculine. All right, this person that's in your ear, has feelings for this masculine, and they are making up erroneous things or twisting the truth to try to get your focus off of him, because this person wants him. All right, this person feels that this masculine here is, you know, they belong with him, and they are feeling like they're going to end up with him. There might be marriage rolling around in their head, that they want to marry this person. So they're not letting on to this, though. They're not telling you about their feelings, but they are being really sly, and they're in your ear. They're telling you things. They might even be outrightly telling you bad things about this person that are not true. Okay, so this is very sly and sneaky handiwork of someone that you need to separate from. Okay, I'm seeing someone falling deeply in love. I'm seeing you with this person. I'm seeing you becoming very close and having a lot in common, feeling like you've known each other forever, very comfortable with this person. You're feeling like every time you talk to them or hang out with them or go out with them, that you are feeling more joy and more happiness than you did before, the time before. Okay, so this is growing exponentially. It's caught you off guard. It's knocking you off your feet. Okay, and I do see a commitment coming into play. I don't see anything negative here, but if I had to say something, you know, it would be you should have gone a little slower and protected your heart and taken your time. But because I'm not seeing anything negative here, this is a really good sign that you can sit back and you can enjoy falling in love with your person and really enjoying this ride. Okay, because it definitely looks like it's going to be very loving, positive, and a joyous happening for you and your person. All right, here I'm seeing they're saying use your intuition, Aquarius. Use your intuition about, well, with the Seven of Wands, being yourself in a scenario or a situation that's going to come up, that's going to have you feeling very stuck. Okay, this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of judgment around this scenario. All right, so this is why they're saying use your intuition. They don't want you to fall into that trap where you're not being yourself with this group of people. This could be family, this could be the work co-workers. This is maybe on a project you're working on, but all in all, be yourself. Okay, even if your opinion and your beliefs, your feelings are completely different than these people that you're around. Okay, it doesn't mean that there has to be an argument that ensues or a fight or going back and forth. You could just very calmly say, yeah, well, I see it this way, it looks to me like blah, 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 however, whatever your scenario is. Make sure you put your opinion in there or your belief on how everything is going to work, because you're the one who's going to have the positive outcome that's going to be correct in it all. All right, you see, because most people are still sheep and they're still following each other. They're still following the third dimensional type of actions that everyone's was doing at one time. Some of you are going to be stuck there, and most of you are going to get out of there. All right, that's my feeling. I'm also seeing with this Four of Swords in the middle, this is a well-needed break from work that a lot of you are needing. Okay, so a lot of you have been putting in a lot of extra hours. You're stressed. Okay, and it doesn't matter how hard you work, you're feeling like your check is gone before it even reaches your hands or your bank account, and you're feeling very strongly about this break or even this mini vacation. Spirit is saying this is going to do a world of good for you. If you have children, this is a necessary thing for you right now. If money is tight, there are like weekend things you can do. You can even plan some kind of very creative vacation from home type thing, where everybody has special things, special foods that they love. Uh, the pool is open. You're splashing around in the kiddie pool with the kids. Whatever you have to do to make it fun, do it. Do it, okay? Because Spirit is saying you need this desperately right now. All right? It's going to bring in balance for you and your families, and it needs to be done. Okay? Yeah. In time, we're going to be seeing this Wheel of Fortune. And this is something that is going to create a whole new financial beginning. This is going to look very much different than anything you could imagine or anything you've ever experienced. All the things you're wanting that you do not have right now, that is creating this stuckness for you. Okay, Spirit is saying you're not stuck at all. Okay, stop telling yourself you're stuck. Stop telling yourself you are broke. Stop telling your kids that you're broke. Stop using words that have to do with lack. Okay, and you can turn it into something fun. Just say it, because this is going to manifest for you if you manifest it. And by manifesting it, all you have to do is say it like it's already happened. Okay, thank you to Source, whoever it is you pray to, that I am rich, we are wealthy, and we are going to be buying many beautiful things that are going to make me and my family happy. This Wheel of Fortune is coming, guys. I feel it, I see it. There's also special things for my empaths, my Aquariuses here. Okay, you just have to start focusing on the positive and look away from the negative, and you will start moving into 5D faster than you think. All right, I'm seeing with this Ace of Wands, there's room for growth here for a lot of you. As a matter of fact, a lot of you are getting clarity on just how the steps you need to take, the paths you need to take to move forward. And you're already, because of your gifts, you're already enjoying the power that you have and all of this personal growth. The personal growth is because the clarity that you have now is so crystal clear. You know exactly what needs to be done, exactly what you want to do. You're not making excuses anymore, Aquarius. You're not saying I'm too old to start over, or I'm too this, or I'm too that, or, I can't do this. There is none of that anymore. You're getting clarity on exactly what it is that you want for this new start, this new beginning to come into the light, to come into play. All right. And I do see you looking very wealthy here. There's a lot of abundance around all of my aquas, whether it's still in the pipeline, it's on its way, or you are creating it right now as we speak. This is coming. This abundance is in between your crystal clear clarity that you're needing right now in order to continue to grow and have this new beginning. It all ties into one another. It all ties into your positivity as well, guys. Focus on the good out there. Anything good that you see, that happens, that makes you feel good. Stay in that moment and keep thinking about it. All right, I'm seeing the Empress here. There is a feminine today who's feeling ignored, not just ignored by a lover, but you're also feeling left out in the cold, like nothing's working. Everything you try isn't working. And you're listening to a lot of readings, I'm hearing, okay? That you're listening to a lot of different readers, and all these readers are talking about the positive, the money flow that's coming in, and you're thinking to yourself, this is not happening for me. Why? Okay? You need to get into this positive mindset. That's the whole of it. Life is magic, okay? Don't be afraid of that word. Don't be afraid of things that you may have read and construed as even things that you read in holy books that said, you know, don't do this, this is bad, that's bad. Wait a while, because we're finding out that things were dummied up and changed in our books, okay? There's a lot of untruths in there to make us feel not good about ourselves and fearful of source, fearful of a lot of things, okay? So let's wait until they already found these extra books under the Vatican. Let's wait and see what happens with that. But for now, guys, I'm seeing that you thinking positive thoughts is like inviting everything and anything positive into your life. Okay, things that are positive will be drawn to you like a magnet if your mind's eye is thinking of these positive things. It's going to bring in all kinds of newness, new starts, new beginnings, okay? New ways of perceiving things, new ways of, you know, getting the things you want. Getting things you want easily, as a matter of fact. All right, that being said, guys, I'm going to end on this note. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying to you in these readings, okay? When I say magic, you are magic. You are a super being, okay? And as we move through the next few months, you're going to be hearing about things, and right now, you're feeling the effects of these solar flares and all of this solar activity. You have headaches, you have ear ringing, you feel like electrical currents moving through your body, things you've never felt before, okay? A lot of your friends and family members are running to the doctor. They think they're sick, okay? I'm not saying not to seek medical advice and check it out, but I am telling you that there are many side effects to the Schumann resonance being as powerful as it is. I don't know if we've ever had these powerful energies coming in like this today, right? So what we're being told is we're changing physically, literally. You're working on 2 strands of DNA, and these solar flares are going to open up 12. You have 12 strands, you're only running on 2. Right? Same thing with your brain. You're only using 10% of your brain power. That's going to open up with your pineal gland opening up. All right. So all of these things are coming into play, and you're going to be able to do things that are absolutely amazing. We are going to have an amazing, amazing life, guys. It's not just going to be the technology out there. It's going to be you and me. It's going to be us. Okay. We are going to be this energetic force that is unshakable. All right, that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.